Tomorrow is market day, which means today is harvest day. We do not have a walk-in cooler at our farm yet. We will in the future. But that means that basically we have to harvest fresh every single thing we bring to the market the day before we go to the market. Serena, behind me here, actually does about 99%, would you say 99% of our harvesting? Probably about 99% of our harvesting. And that 1% that I do is mostly for myself. I just eat it.
My big day of the week is Fridays. That's harvest day. This is the day when I have to work for 12 plus hours. I come and I harvest and I harvest and I harvest, and then tomorrow is Ian's big day for market, so I gotta get working, I gotta get going. I really don't have much time today. We are very slow moving. Farmers wake up at the crack of dawn is not us. We don't get moving until after brunch. So when I get out here, my pattern for harvesting is I go and I harvest whatever is the best to harvest in that window of heat. So I'll start harvesting stuff that I know can keep really good throughout the heat of the day, and then I'll slowly move towards things that are more and more heat sensitive as we get into the night. I harvest usually until dark, and then at that point I usually have some inside stuff to do, such as the flowers that I'm picking. I take those and I start arranging them into bouquets. We pack up the vehicle and stuff like that. So right now I'm picking flowers, then I'm gonna go on to Kohlrabi. One of the last things I'll probably do will be leafy greens, things like head lettuce, green onions I'm picking today, stuff that just will wilt in the heat.
Hey Serena, did you see what I got you?
What?
A dinner plate dahlia.
Not for long. Snip, snip, snip.
You gonna put that in the bouquet today?
Oh yeah.
It's a beauty one.
I know, I'm probably gonna do the other one too.
Oh.
Brigida Alita, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks even better than the picture promised. I love the super rich, beautiful color.
Let's see what you got there. Looks good.
Flowers. Time for your 1% of work, Ian. Carry this bucket to the outbuilding for me.
I can't wait till we have enough snapdragons in the future that we can just put together a big bundle
bunches?
of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sell it like that.
Totally.
Because I think it looks great.
They're one of my favorites.
They definitely sell. And, anything that you could put together simply, you could maybe actually have a chance of making money on.
Yep. You just wait, zinnia bunches this year.
There's a few varieties of summer squash that are gonna be producing really soon. These are some of our later ones. We have another planting of earlier zucchinis. Look at this carpet of Salanova. It is beautiful. Ignore the grass, ignore the grass. Once again, it is beautiful and it tastes so good. Oh my God, look at these red butter crunch. Oh, they're so good. These kohlrabi have been selling, they're probably the biggest seller by quantity at the markets. People are really excited to see these. And if you are growing for a market, I would definitely suggest growing the purple ones. Some of these onions were supposed to be bulbing onions, but we're gonna harvest them as green onions because the bugs got to them. We are in Canada and it has been a cool, wet spring. So to see all of these peppers getting loaded up with little baby green peppers is very exciting because the heat does come here eventually. As soon as July 1st hits, basically, it's pure heat from then until the end of September. So these pepper plants are about to start producing like crazy. And I'm excited to try to sell them at the market. It's not something that we sold last year, and it's not something that we've ever had tons of luck at growing in large quantities, but you know, hey, if we can grow a lot of peppers and people want to buy them, then we'll do it again in the future. Oh, just everything is just looking so good right now. It's so exciting. So exciting to see so many delicious things. These kales are growing like crazy. We got way more than we did last year because they sold really well. And once again this year, they just sell like crazy. The biggest downside to them is you might only be able to get like 7 bunches in a giant Rubbermaid container because the leaves on them are just so big and frilly. Serena planted our broccoli a little too tight, so they're never gonna produce these like giant heads, but they're definitely putting out some stuff that we could harvest right now. Look at the zucchinis! There's all kinds of them. This is a field of winter squash that right now I got the sprinkler on. This is what I came to do, all the way down to the bottom to move the sprinkler, but I got distracted by all the beautiful food in the farm right now. Even though most people would harvest their garlic a little later than this, you know, give it another couple weeks or a week at least to get big, we figured that maybe we could get to the market a little earlier if we just pulled some, you know. It doesn't have to be the biggest head ever to be a desirable thing for people to buy at the market. Look how big all these sunflowers are getting. And this is a new thing for us. We've never grown corn before. Germination has been horrible because this is just one of the varieties that we grew. And the other variety is absolutely, completely invisible because it didn't germinate at all. Whoa, that's a lot of feverfew.
Yeah.
Let's quit the pile.
Check out all the yarrow.
But this is exciting to have so much filler. Like the bouquets should definitely be
Oh yeah, well,
more impactful this week.
and look how tall I can make them.
That thistle plant looks really nice right now.
What is it? What's the name?
The one that we
of it
transplanted
again?
from the
Yeah.
place. It's got its like blue hue to it now.
Yeah, I think next week.
Are you gonna put them in bouquets? They're too good.
I might make us a bouquet.
Yeah,
It is
they're too good.
pretty good. But in the future, we could have perennial plantings. But maybe some of this. It's a good thing I didn't weed all this grass.
What do you got there?
Got garlic scapes and some fresh garlic. Try to maximize our garlic exposure.
Yeah, exactly. We got a lot of competition at the market. We got last week's bouquet.
I know, it's still looking pretty good.
there's
Considering
still
it
some
lives
good
outside. Considering it baked in the sun.
Yeah. That dahlia is
Yeah, the
pretty
day.
done. How many bags of salad mix do we have?
I think I have 45 bags of greens. It's 5 o'clock, and so far I have kohlrabi and some green onions picked, so I'm right on schedule for staying up till 2 in the morning tonight.
Okay, show the camera how pretty these look.
Oh,
So
they're almost like too big.
blemished. Yeah, they look so cool. People really notice them at the market from a long ways away.
Yeah, most people around here grow the green variety, so the purple variety definitely stands out. And we only grow it because it looks good. The green grows better. My onions are a huge pain in the butt. I like to grow walking onions as green onions. Here's a walking onion. It makes these perfect green onions. And then it takes forever to harvest them with the bulb attached. What I was doing is I was just cutting them off at the surface so that I can harvest and prep them really fast. But I tried all these onion varieties, and they're fighting me. So I'm pulling them out and selling them as green onions. So this sink is gonna be a pain in the butt. It takes forever to clean these. I gotta trim these roots off. I gotta peel off like any dead or yellow greens and then bunch them. Not my favorite job, but a perfect job to do while taught and while I wait for it to cool down a little bit before going and picking stuff like the kale and the Swiss chard, which will melt in the heat, but happily hangs out if I pick it in the evening. I have a Rubbermaid here that Ian cleaned, and I put some ice pack water bottles in the bottom. And so now I'm getting the Kohlrabi into here. Growing.
Looks pretty good.
Yep.
How much is that?
$3.
2 for $5.
Oh, $3 right here. I didn't even pick it like that. It just came out ombre. It is looking so nice, this chard. And I'll let it sit in here, suck up some cold water for a bit, and then it will be looking beautiful tomorrow at the market too. So come on down and make sure to buy it. Get it. Get it, buddy, get it. Oh, big man. Who's the chicken who likes to get picked up? Please come present yourself. Is it you? Maybe you. Are you the chicken who likes to get picked up?
That's
yep, that is definitely the chicken who likes to get picked up. Are you the chicken who likes to get picked up? You want pets? Is this what you like? Hmm? One chicken, so funny. What do you think?
Let's say smile. Okay, now get back to work.
Yep, exactly. 8:30.
How's it going?
Getting closer. Got more harvested.
Do you think maybe only 6 more hours of work?
I guess that would be 2 in the morning, which is how late I've been up over the past two harvest days.
My truck hasn't even started to be packed, so.
Well, I'm packing the first thing. I have kohlrabi. We do a technique called hydro cooling, which is after we harvest it, put it into cold water, and then it instantly takes all the field heat off of it, and it works really good, especially when we're limited on fridges like we are now, because basically none of this stuff is going to go into a fridge. It's going to get this hydro cool technique, and then it's going to get packed into the coolers with ice packs.
Buddy.
Our footage from yesterday during harvest day kind of just cuts off and doesn't continue, so I'm going to give you a little rundown of the rest of the story. I just got back from the market. We sold $800, woohoo, which is a whole lot of kale. It's a lot of stuff. So I'm surrounded by the empty bins of chaos all around me. This is a good thing. It's nice when you go to pack up at the end of market and it's really easy and all the stuff just like has lots of space. It's sad when you go to pack up at the end of a market and you still have like tons of food to pack. That's always like a bummer. But not so today. $800 is a lot of food to sell, and we could have sold a lot more like in future years when we have more carrots available. Especially carrots were like, ooh, they were gone so fast. And zucchinis. We had some zucchinis and they were like, people were like, oh, give me those. One person bought 6, which is a lot. But all in all, super happy with the results today because that was the busiest market that I've ever seen. That was $800 and it was just me sitting there. So good news for us. And you know, I'm sure you'll see more of these videos coming out where we, you know, talk about how our markets went and show you guys the process of putting it all together. So this was a video about harvesting.
Wow,
Gotta
nice car.
put all of our leftovers into the fridge. Gotta load up our carport fridge and get ready to do this all over again tomorrow.
Yeah, while it under is